Welcome back to Several Mo Sports. I'm Bo.
And I am Mac.
Yeah, I got a little special guest on the episode today. Oh my, this is Mac. He is a Baltimore Ravens fan, and today we're gonna be talking about the playoffs are right around the corner, so we're gonna be catching up on some of that right now. Um, so far, we have that has clinched the playoffs in the AFC. The Kansas City Chiefs have clinched the 1 seed.
Ugh. 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 Next.
The Bills have clinched their division. They're sitting at 2 seed right now. And the Baltimore Ravens just clinched a playoff spot against the
Yeah.
Steelers 2 weeks ago. Then they absolutely put a beating on the Texans, which have also clinched their division.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And those Steelers have also locked a playoff spot as well.
Ugh. That's crazy though. They got beat.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. The NFC so far, the Detroit Lions have clinched a playoff spot. The Philadelphia Eagles have clinched a playoff spot.
Obviously.
The Vikings and the Packers have clinched a playoff spot. But nobody's clinched a division over there yet. Tonight we got the Seahawks and the Bears playing. If the Bears can beat the Seahawks, my Rams will clinch the division and a playoff spot. Hopefully, Bears get the job done. But if not, the Rams will get the job done Saturday, beating the Cardinals, and then go beat the Seahawks week 18 and lock it in anyways. So, what's your take so far on the playoffs? Who do you think is gonna win it all?
I don't think the Chiefs are, because if the Bills can beat the Chiefs again, then the Chiefs are like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like either the Ravens could or the Bills have a good chance.
Yeah. So right now,
That's what I'm thinking.
right now in the AFC, there has been 5 teams so far lock a playoff spot. There's only 7 spots. Right now, we have the Chargers and the Broncos in the 6 and 7 spot. But in the hunt, we still have the Colts, the Dolphins, and the Bengals. The Bengals play the Broncos this week, I believe. I say the loser of that game probably gets eliminated from playoff talk. Winner of that game probably gets into the playoffs. The Bengals, a lot of stuff have to go right for the Bengals pretty much have to win out, and some teams have to lose out for them.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the Bengals.
But for them last 2 spots, I think the Broncos are going to sneak in. I think the Chargers will get into. I think both of them will.
Chargers might.
I think the Chargers are going to get in no matter what.
Yeah.
There's only been 4 teams lock a spot in the NFC, so that means there's 3 spots still. You got the Rams and one of them trying to get in there, the Falcons, the Commanders, and the Bucks. I think the Commanders lock a spot this week. I think hopefully the Rams lock a spot this week. Seattle's still only team in the hunt still, though. They're the only, I think, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, Tampa Bay, the Bucks and Seattle are still in the hunt. Seattle loses this week, they're out.
Yeah.
The Rams win this week, the Seahawks are pretty much out.
Yeah.
Bucks, I think them and the Falcons or them and the Commanders are competing right now for it. I don't think the Bucks make it though.
No, I don't think they will.
I think it's gonna be the Commanders and the Falcons that sneak in those 2 spots. I think the Falcons are gonna take the 4 seed. Commanders are gonna go in at the 7.
Yeah.
But my take is I think the Lions probably gonna have a really good run. I think they make the Super Bowl on the NFC side. AFC side, I'm gonna have to go with either the Bills or the Ravens. Honestly, I don't just because I hate the Chiefs.
So do I.
But I mean, I guess they're playing better now than they were beginning of the season.
I mean,
still hate
them. But the week that Patrick Mahomes got hurt, and then when he played on it not too long ago, whenever they played yesterday, I mean, you could still see that he was like not really babying it, but still was like,
Yeah.
okay, like it's still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they had some injuries. Chris Jones got hurt on the defense. I don't know how long he'll be out. But I mean,
Also,
they didn't lock the 1 seed, so home field advantage for all the playoffs, all the games they play will be home field. It's hard to play in Kansas City.
it
Really
is, but like if you
loud
if
atmosphere.
if you can get the tempo right on your side, you're smooth.
See, this week we have tonight, like I said, we got the Bears and the Seahawks playing tonight. Hopefully the Bears take care of some business and beat the old Seahawks.
I
Help the Rams out a lot.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey,
The Bears.
The Panthers took care of the Cardinals for us, so
Well, I know, but the Bears are what 4-9,
4-11.
4-11.
Hey, they're
No,
not a bad team though.
no, they're not. They just got a lot of stacked teams on
Yeah.
their side almost.
And then Saturday you have the Chargers going into New England. Chargers are probably gonna win that game, lock a playoff spot right there.
Facts.
And then you got the Broncos and the Bengals playing Saturday. I think the winner of that game locks a playoff spot. I wouldn't say locks it or gets better chances of playoffs. The loser of that game, they're probably just out of the talk completely,
I
eliminated.
I think the Bengals are gonna lose just because the way they've been playing. They haven't been playing
Yeah.
like
It's-
decent, like
so-
whatsoever. They
yeah,
haven't playing good at all.
well, you got the Jets and the Bills playing Sunday. The Jets already been eliminated from playoffs. Bills will probably dallywhack the Jets. Dallas and the Eagles playing. Eagles are trying to get that 1 seed. Dallas already eliminated from the playoffs. The
Eagles
Eagles,
about
though, Saquon different.
Saquon's definitely a different man.
I mean, and you got the Colts and the Giants, which is kind of Colts are still in playoff talk, so that's a big game for them. The Titans and the Jaguars, that game really don't matter. Neither one of them's in playoffs. Both 3-12 teams. The Saints and the Raiders, both eliminated from playoffs. Tampa Bay plays the Panthers. That's a must-win for them if they want to stay in the playoffs. Browns at the Dolphins is a must-win for the Dolphins if they want to stay in the playoff talk. Packers and the Vikings is going to be a big game because they're both already locked a playoff spot, I do believe, but that just kind of goes
They're
for
both
seeding.
good.
See which ones will seed because Vikings are actually the front runners for the 1 seed over the Lions. So if the
Yeah,
Vikings can win this week and then go beat the Lions next week, they'll get that 1 seed. Green Bay are in the playoffs. They're just pretty much playing for seeding right now. Then you got the Falcons and Commanders. Commanders, I don't think they're locked a spot yet. I have to go back and look, but still a must win for seeding. Detroit at the Niners. Detroit trying to keep that 1 seed, so it's a must win for them. Rams and the Cardinals. Rams are trying to lock that NFC West and lock a playoff spot, so that's a really big game for the Rams. That offense is fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Puka Nakua. But yeah, no, that's a must win for them. But I ain't too scared. But we jump over to week 18 after this week. This will be the last week of regular season. So depending on what happens, the Rams will be playing the Seahawks for the NFC West if they both win.
Yeah.
Even if the Rams lose, so if the Rams lose this week, Seahawks win, the Rams are still a game up. So they win that game, then there's a lot of stuff that comes into play with who gets that spot because of strength of schedule and everything. But
Yeah.
and then some irrelevant games like Niners and Cardinals. Yeah, both of them's eliminated. Panthers and Falcons. Falcons are still in playoff talks, so that could be a big game for them week 18. You got the Ravens at the Browns, though. Ravens already locked a playoff spot, so I mean, they'll probably be resting starters if I had to guess by this point against the Browns. Commanders and Dallas, depending on how Commanders play this week, that could be a rest starter game. Kansas City will be resting their starters against the Broncos because Kansas City already locked the 1 seed there. I got everything, so they're not going to play their starters. This could be the biggest game of the week, the Vikings and the Lions, because that could be the game that determines the 1 seed in the NFC. Green Bay at the Bears, probably resting starters. Depending on what the Colts do this week against the Jaguars, it could be a big game, could be just another game. Buffalo at New England. Buffalo probably resting starters because at that point they'll
sure.
probably lock the 2 or 3 seed.
Well, isn't their quarterback out though with a
The,
fractured hand?
who's quarterback?
Josh Allen, isn't Josh out with a
No, Jalen
fractured?
Hurts has a concussion. He's out right now.
I seen something about Josh Allen having like a fractured wrist or whatever.
I haven't seen anything on it. I don't know. Dolphins and Jets. Dolphins. That could be a big game for the Dolphins if they can sneak into the playoffs. Eagles and Giants. Steelers and Bengals. That could be a big game for the Bengals right there. If they win this week and getting closer to playoff talk, beating the Steelers would be a big thing for them to get into the playoffs there.
I don't know if they'll be able to.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a lot of these next couple weeks. There's a lot of games for people to lock spots into playoffs. There's going to be a lot of lock spots after this week, depending on what happens.
Yeah, I
But
was
like I
watching.
said, for the Rams need to win. They need the Seahawks to lose. They'll lock a spot there. If they both end up winning, Week 18 will determine that. If the Rams win and Seahawks win, there's another possibility the Rams could lock a playoff spot, but a lot of teams have to win their games. I think the Bills have to win their game. There's a couple other teams that need to win their games for the Rams to lock a spot this week. But if the Seahawks lose, all the Rams got to do is win, and they lock a spot.
Yeah.
But other than that, not a whole lot going on around the league. I think the Ravens probably gonna be resting starters.
Well, that and we're getting rid of one of our wide receivers. We're getting another wide receiver back that we already had, and then we're getting someone else for our defense. I can't tell y'all who. You just have to wait and stay tuned for the Ravens.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, MVP talk. Josh
Lamar.
Allen's your front runner, but Lamar, after breaking the record in yesterday's game, Michael Vick's all-time rushing record for a QB, he's pretty far up there. But I mean, Lamar is having a fabulous season. He's got low interceptions, high passing touchdowns. Like he's leading the league in passing yards. I can't remember if he is or not. It might be Joe Burrow leading that. But he's up there in passing yards, up there in passing touchdowns, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. I mean, he's up there for the MVP talk as well. Saquon needs to be in the MVP talk, but he'll be Offensive Player of the Year. Jaden Daniels, Offensive Rookie of the Year, no doubt. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I have no idea who's going to get that. Can't tell you. I can't hear you, Mikael. Does your mic die? I think your mic shut off. I swear, dude, I can't hear you. A little technical difficulty, guys. Hang on one second. All right, we're back now. We had a little technical difficulties.
I said that Josh Allen only has one thing up on Lamar. Lamar has everything else up on Josh Allen, especially what he did.
Your mic stopped again. I think your mic died. Switch microphones or something. You have two of them. Go the other one. Hang on one second, guys. All right, maybe this guy technical difficulties will go away. All right, finish what you were saying.
I said so. There's only one thing that Josh Allen has up on us. Everything else we have, not to mention what Lamar did yesterday. So I mean,
Yeah.
number 3 question mark?
Yeah, well, you got to look at it this way. Lamar is playing a fabulous season. But he's also got some weapons around him. You know, likely Andrews, Zay, Rashad, Henry. Who does Allen have?
We have Mike behind Derrick Henry. We got Tylan Wallace. I mean,
yeah, but who does Josh Allen have though? What weapons does that guy got?
I don't know.
He himself. That's what he got.
And then on our defensive side, we got Marlon Humphrey, we got Kyle Hamilton, we got Roquan Smith, we got a great defensive line. We got
the Bills got an amazing defense too. I mean, both teams got great defense.
Yeah, we got great defense, and then we got a youngin on one of our corner spots because they took Kyle Hamilton and put him at the safety, and the defense has just been clicking ever since they did that.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, so we'll talk more about the MVP stuff in a future episode. Sorry it's been such a delay. I think week 8 or something was the last episode I made on this. But no, we'll talk more about the MVP talk in its own video once the season's kind of wrapping up. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this episode. Hope you guys watch and enjoy. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. We'll try to have this guy in here more.
Facts.
But yeah, see you on the next one.